Hello everybody, welcome to this video about Altergeists on Reddit. Just yesterday, or early today, I can't remember now, this user WolfenReinz posted his deck list for climbing to GOG. They got to King of Games. Congratulations WolfenReinz with your unique take on Altergeists. And I thought it looked so interesting, I wanted to give it a go myself. So this is a card-for-card copy from WolfenReinz's list. I don't know why this is censored, by the way. It's a bit weird with the censoring in Duel Links sometimes, but that just says WolfenReinz's Altergeist. The only difference between their list and mine is that instead of playing Knife Point Boost Alpha, which I normally play, I'm playing No Mortal Can Resist, and this is because someone, a viewer commented in one of my videos saying that they've been using this skill and it just deletes evil twins. And I think, oh, that sounds really good, let's give that a go, because live twins is one of the few actually hard matchups for this deck, so let's change that, make it an easy matchup. However, if I was a live twins player and I was going against an Ishizu, because you have to play Ishizu to win this skill, I simply wouldn't activate my plus 2000 life points skill, and therefore this skill will not trigger. So honestly, I think this skill only really works against players who are just kind of on autopilot, not thinking through their plays, because against an Ishizu you'd want to turn off Seal Tombs as well, so, well, not turn it off, but you wouldn't want to easily activate it for them, so you also wouldn't gain 2000 with live twins. So against Ishizu they'd never gain 2000, and then this would be turned off anyway. But before, this is my first time playing the deck, I haven't played it at all yet. I wanted to get my initial live reaction on video. And so let's just go through my initial impressions before I've played it, and then we'll see how right or wrong I am about it as we get going. So, there's a few really key differences here. We've got 4 spells here, then they clearly aren't traps. And a Kiteroid as well, which also isn't an Altergeist or a trap. And this goes back to what I've said before, that Altergeists, they're a trap deck, but they're not a trap deck. All you care about is triggering Multi-Faker. And if this list is running 3 Marionettas, and so it's kind of like running 3 more traps as well. My lists normally only run 2 Marionettas, so there's an extra Marionetta there, but I also normally run 3 Manifestation, there's like only 2 Manifestation. But it looks like so normally my Altergeist lists, and a lot of Altergeist lists, they try and turbo out their Multi-Faker as fast as possible by just making sure they get to a trap and activate it. This list looks like it can play a bit longer without activating Multi-Faker, so of course it still wants to activate Multi-Faker, but it's not, by activating a trap isn't necessarily the way it's going to do it every time. And what do I mean by that? Well, normally the best turn 1 Altergeist board, and if you've seen my Altergeist opening hand, and if you've seen Altergeist Academy, you'll be following along, it's Meluseek plus Manifestation, because that gets you to all of your entire setup. But with this deck, it's playing 1-for-1 instead of personal spoofing. And so I believe, having not played the deck yet, but just looking at it, my analysis is that your best opener in this deck is 1-for-1 plus Marionetta, and the thing you're discarding to 1-for-1 is Multi-Faker. Because that allows you to discard the Multi-Faker for 1-for-1, special summon the Meluseek, and then normal summon the Marionetta, set your Altergeist trap, then use the Marionetta to turn it into Multi-Faker. Multi-Faker finds a Silkwoodus, and then Multi-Faker and Meluseek become Hextia, and then you find a Conquery to add to your hand. And then in your opponent's turn, you activate the Manifestation, you get another Multi-Faker, and then you search, and then you special summon either Meluseek or Marionetta. So it's kind of like more of a combo setup, in a sense. And that sets up every name that you need in play. And it sets you up with a spell trap negate. You get Hextia on turn 1. So that seems pretty amazing. However, it's a bit high rolly. You have to open 1-for-1 for this best opening. But the use of this deck, WolfenReinz, said they went on a 15 win streak on the way to COG. So I don't think that this deck is all or nothing on the one unsearchable copy of 1-for-1. What else have we got going here? So we've got Dark Hole. I run Needle Sealing. Dark Hole is obviously a lot easier to use, but with the caveat we're going to use it in your own turn. We'll see how that plays out. I really don't like Dinomischus, but Dinomischus Dinomischus is one of those cards where it can have amazing synergy with Altergeist, or it can just kind of be dead. So what I mean is, getting an Altergeist from your hand to the graveyard is sometimes fantastic. For example, you don't usually want Silkwoodus chilling in your hand, but especially if you could get Multi-Faker there, you can easily summon it back out with Marionetta, for example. And Dynamiscus plus Manifestation combo lets you just revive what you discard immediately as well. So, like for example, if you've got Marionetta, you can search Manifestation and set a Dynamiscus, and then if you get something in your hand, you can just discard an Altergeist for the and then revive that Altergeist with Manifestation. Since this list is only playing 2 Meluseeks, we get the option to run a limit 3, and WolfenReinz's limit 3 of choice is Crackdown. I'm personally not a big fan of Crackdown and Altergeists because it can clog your board and you need your monster zones a lot. However, I'm not going to change the list. I want to have my thoughts and then play with it and then see what happens, see what goes from there. We've also got here this Hallowed Life Barrier and this Kite Void, which seem to fulfill a similar purpose. So Hallowed Life Barrier being the trap version kind of Kite Void. I mean, they're slightly different, but this obviously can trigger Multifaker for you if you're desperate and you need to. It's also got another discard cost, similar to Dynamiscus. Dynamiscus, importantly, it doesn't discard as cost, it's part of the effect, but it's kind of similar, which means it has synergy with Manifestation, and potentially Marionetta's effect to special summon an Altergeist from the graveyard. And Kite Void, I guess it's a surprise. We'll see. So, the extra deck is slightly different as well. So instead of running the Security Dragon and the 3rd Hextia, this deck is running Phoenix and Unicorn, which means if you have to make Moon Maiden turn 1, as this deck could still open, like some of the old hands I used to have in my other deck as well, then to get rid of your Moon Maiden and have the arrow pointing in a usable direction, you have to eventually make it to Unicorn, which we'll see how impactful that is compared to playing Security Dragon. Of course, if you do make it to Unicorn, you get the opportunity to use the Unicorn's effect, which is really good. And then also interestingly is Magical Dimension. This reminds me of Cynet Crosswipe in the Live Twins deck. So what it's borrowed from the Dark Magician structure deck, and it lets you tribute your spellcaster monster to special summon spellcaster type monster from your hand and destroy 1 monster on the field. So if you go, for example, if you normal summon or you special summon your Meluseek and then your opponent tries to Book of Moon it, for example, then you can use Magical Dimension to immediately get the Meluseek trigger. And the reason you're summoning Meluseek is normally just to link it away to get the trigger anyway. And I can see some other nifty scenarios where Magical Dimension could come up too. So my initial concerns looking at this is I'm not entirely sure how we play through Leo Dancer. As I can see, we can stall the game for a bit, we can attack directly. I mean, we've got Borrow Load. Lunalights don't always make a board that's weak to Borrow Load though, but there's this option here. There's no 100% clean answer, it could just be a play style answer. And you just maneuver the game to a position where Leo Dancer never becomes a problem. The reason I'm worried about Leo Dancer, by the way, is I don't think Lunalights is a fantastic deck in the meta overall, but a lot of people still enjoy playing Lunalights, and that's completely fine. People are allowed to play whatever they like. It just means she has a higher prevalence on the deck has a higher prevalence on the ladder than its results should suggest, which means I still consider it a threat. Also, it's 21 cards. I wonder what the 21st card was in this, especially considering we want to open a unsearchable one-off. But let's see. I don't want to change the deck. Let's just hop into ladder and see how it goes. I'm excited. Totally different kind of deck to one I would come up with. But it makes sense. I've been looking forward to someone coming up with an Altergeist deck that isn't just all traps. I've tried a lot. Previously, and then I think, for me, it ended up better when I just played more traps as well. And so is this Scandora Orchest? No. Okay, it's BLS. Someone getting the last hurrah before BLS gets nerfed. Skill No Mortal Can Resist might come up, but that would be kind of luck based if it does. So that skill surely only changes monsters, right? Not the ritual spell? Monsters, yeah. The darks, all darks. Okay. Okay, well, we've got Melee-Seek Manifestation. I didn't see what they searched, did I? I wasn't paying attention. No. Okay, let's go for it.
Watch and learn. I summon a monster in attack
Interesting.
position.
I really want to just attack with the Melee-Seek, but I need my Manifestation to be live, I think. So I'm going to link it away.
Very well. I special summon a
I'm not
monster.
super happy with this, actually, because it could be tricky to, that when they have the guy that they searched, that makes it so that I can't
I set a card on the field.
activate effects in the battle phase. I just realized this was a really risky play against Mystical Space Typhoon. Sorry, my thoughts are all over the place as I'm playing and commentating at the same time. But my Silkudus is destined to be used on the Legendary Swordsman, so I can actually activate Linkuriboh and Conqueror in the battle phase. Yeah, this thing has effects now, doesn't it? When you ritual summon Blackluster Soldier, you banishes. Oh wait, does it? No, it was just special summoned. It was just special. So it's been a while since I played against this deck.
I activate my monster's effect.
Yep. Ah, Nightmare Phoenix? No? Okay. That's okay.
I activate my ritual spell, Chaos
They wanted to just make space so they can summon the Legendary Swordsman and still get value out of their monsters. And so they made this guy.
Here it comes.
There he is. He was summoned with a ritual summon with a normal monster, so he's got the effect to shuffle my field away if he destroys a monster by battle. He forces out this now, because this will turn off the effect in the battle phase. Get this back.
Face down card. Watch and learn.
Activate this. I really don't know what that back row is that he's got over there. Yeah, this. Oh, I screwed that up. I should have summoned the Melee-Seek in the middle zone, because the Melee-Seek is what I'm quote-unquote bouncing with Silkudus.
What shall I play? I special summon a monster.
So I just got out of the summoning window there, just as a habit, because
My monster's effect
by this point I know that that step card is not Warning Point, but if you get out of the summoning window, then Warning Point can't be activated.
now. My monster's
We get a
effect
follow-up for next turn.
activates.
As in, if I used her effect immediately upon summon, then, and they had a Warning Point, the Warning Point would negate Silkudus' effect as well. Yep, I want to get rid of this.
My monster's effect activates.
Nope. I want to preserve my link materials. I really want him to attack. Thank you.
My monster attacks.
I shall
Then I get a
extinguish.
free bounce in his turn, basically.
Monster's effect activates. Watch and learn. I shall extinguish that. My monster's effect activates.
What I'm choosing to negate here doesn't really matter. I plan to return the Conqueror to my hand with the Silkudus. Okay. So this was just a completely standard Altergeist line. This just used entirely Altergeist cards. So unfortunately, it wasn't a particular showing of the deck in particular. But still, I have to check. Has the ban list happened? Yeah, I think so. There's no Endymion in here. Wow. If that's the case, this matchup is so much easier than it used to be. Joey Wheeler. So of course we're expecting red eyes.
My dueling
Yep.
As lo-
Alright, here we go. These two are
My turn.
completely different. Completely different cards to what I would normally run in Altergeists. So I'm excited to see how it plays out.
My hand. I activate a
So something I'm noticing, this Silkidus being discarded to Dynamiscus means if this Marionetta sticks around, we can use it to revive the Silkidus. Actually, what am I talking about? The Marionetta is going to find a manifestation, and that can revive the Silkidus for us. So this is one of the times where Dynamiscus is good. When I've tried it myself, I've noticed it's kind of 50-50, whether it works with your hand or against it. And we got a Dark Hole as well for their turn. This is actually looking pretty nice going second hand. It would have been nice going first too, because we set the manifestation and we set the Dynamiscus, and we get a banish and a bounce. And the thing we're bouncing is Marionetta, which will find another manifestation. That's actually really cool.
I'm setting the card. I end my
What does this do?
My turn.
Oh, it's a Monarch. Okay.
I draw.
I activate my trap
Oh,
card.
that's unfortunate for
Red
them.
Eyes Fang with chain. I equip it on Red Eyes.
And they're not going to expect this, are they?
From my hand, I activate a spell.
I activate Red Eyes Red Eyes
Retro Dragon. Alright, you can special summon, and if you do special summon as many abilities dragon as possible in the same position they were in when destroyed, you contribute this card, you can normal summon one Red Eyes during your main phase. Okay, cool, so it's not just over.
Now, I sunk my monster's
get
effect
Marionetta.
activates.
Well, what this has done is cleared the equip spell,
Face down on
so
the
that our banishes and bounces are going to work.
I set a card face down.
Unfortunately, Marionetta can't run over anything. And what we can do is we can save the banish from Dynamiscus for when they attempt to equip Slash Dragon with something. And then we get 2 for 1.
I'm setting the card.
What's this again? I should have remembered what this is. You contribute this card to normal summon with this during your main phase in addition to your normal summons. Okay, unlikely to be relevant. So, I actually want to banish this and bounce this, I think. Because bouncing this to the hand, they can just normal summon again, whereas bouncing this, they need a special
Let's battle.
thing to happen. So, fire this now.
I shall extinguish that. I
Go
activate
to
a
banish the
face
red
down
eyes,
card. My trap activates.
and it's resolving. Goodbye, Silk. Manifestation.
Here's my face down.
Get the Silk.
My trap activates.
I don't think I want this. I can make Nightmare Phoenix if I do get this. I'm just gonna go with my gut and say I don't want it and analyze later if I actually did want it.
I special summon a monster.
Red Eyes Slash Dragon's effect activates.
Yeah, no, I'm not having any of that.
Extinguish that.
Let's get
Monster's effect
normal
activates.
summon for next turn. And then this is going to get back the manifestation when it dies. It's a nice little resource loop.
My monster's effect activates.
So yeah, we haven't triggered Faker, and we haven't needed to. But we're getting closer and closer to being able to trigger Faker as the game goes on as well.
I use Red Eyes Wyvern's effect to special summon Red Eyes. We're gonna fight. I end my turn.
My turn.
You're up.
I draw.
Here's the Faker.
What shall I play? My monster's effect activates.
So this is what I'm thinking. If I had the Canadian in play, I'd be able to make
I set a card
Phoenix
on the
here
field.
to deal with that. That's something that I'm bearing in mind.
I set a card on the field. My monster's effect activates.
This is weak to Ice Dragon's Prison. This entire play is weak to Ice Dragon's Prison. Because both of these also require an Altergeist in my graveyard, which won't happen if Ice Dragon's Prison comes out.
Now's my chance.
Okay, Crackdown is not so bad. I
activate
still
a
don't want a
continuous
Dynamiscus,
track.
I think. It might actually save me some damage.
My trap activates.
Actually, I still think this was a mistake, because if I need to use the manifestation, oh, whoa, this still works.
This doesn't mean I'm confused.
Yeah, we're both surprised by that. Of course it still works, because the Marionetta can still send itself from the field. Normally with the Canadians, my general rule is never activate their effect to come back as monsters, but I want to really push and try for this deck. See what happens. Oh, good results so far. So the unique tech of Dark Hole and Dynamiscus both came up here. They were fantastic. And also running 3 Marionetta probably played a role there as well. That Marionetta might have been a Melee-Seek, for example. And those plays, I haven't thought about, maybe would have been different. But it's almost the exact same hand as before. So something I don't like doing is discarding Multi-Faker to revive with Manifestation. It just feels really... it feels really vulnerable to me.
Very well.
But it would save a Dark Hole if I did that.
My monster's effect activates.
And
I
against
set a card.
what we're ever against, let's see if it actually is vulnerable. It means I can't set the Dark Hole. I don't want to set the Dark Hole as a bait either, because I might end up having to discard the Dark Hole depending on what's presented to me. Okay, it actually is rockets. Cool. This can get rid of any face-up cards, so we can get rid of the field spell. Now, do we want to let them actually get the field spell off? Probably. I think that's okay. Because we can either get rid of whatever they try to pop with Rocket Tracer, or an actual boss monster. With the exception of we have to toggle on in case they start going for Void Ogre Dragon here.
I manifest my circuit.
Interesting.
Appear.
Interesting. What are they doing? They have quick launch.
I activate Booster Dragon's effect.
That's fine.
I set a card.
That's fine. Oh, they're just going for an attack. Oh, they're just not overcommitting. Nice. In which case, we'll just use the Dark Hole.
Booster Dragon, attack! You will Rocket Tracer, attack!
Do I want to use Dark Hole? Do I want to trigger Faker to bounce something? Ah, I want to use the Dark Hole.
My future.
Rocket Tracer activates its effect.
Oh, they're really going for it. Yep. I'll allow it. The Dark Hole is looking less good if I don't also have the Dynamiscus up. 1600, same as this. I really don't want to use the Dynamiscus if I don't have to. 5 this for manifestation. Don't trigger Faker, they crash. I can trigger Faker next time with the Dynamiscus. Yeah, that's okay.
This match is over. My monster attacks you directly.
Just as I expected. I activate a face-down card. What shall I play? I special summon a monster.
Auto Rocket Dragon, attack!
And we've got our skill is going to be active now as well.
Auto Rocket Dragon's effect activates during this end phase.
So they're going to get back Rocket Tracer probably when this dies.
Congrats on surviving, but you won't for long.
I draw.
I am my
That's alright, it's just so long as there's anything. So we're going to activate this. Alright, Dark Hole.
From my hand, I activate a spell.
I wouldn't be expecting Dark Hole if I saw Altergeist. They get the Booster Dragon effect.
Booster Dragon's effect activates when it's destroyed. The Tutor Monster, Rocket
Oh, we actually needed
Tracer.
them to do that so that Dynamiscus would be available. No point using the skill right now, I think. So let's go for it.
Here's my face-down card.
This.
My trap activates.
Rocket Tracer activates its effect.
That's okay. Now we'll get eaten by No Mortal Can Resist.
Silver Rocket Dragon.
My monster's effect activates.
We're kind of boned if that's Warning Point though.
Now, I special my monster's effect activates.
Okay, it's not. Get an LVC here.
What shall I play? I special summon a monster.
What is that face down? It hasn't been chainable this whole time.
Very well. I
Is it
special
needle sealing?
summon a
Could be needle
monster.
sealing.
My monster's effect activates. Now, I summon my monster's effect activates. I set a card on the field.
I think I just want to run them over rather than go for getting the Silkudus right now. I think. Yeah. So let's
I have already
turn a whole bunch of that into nothing and then go. They will get one float, unfortunately.
phase.
Attack with this first because
Here I
if
go.
they make me have to
My future is looking cloudy.
gosh.
If you
That was
My turn.
for some reason I thought Marionetta was gonna run over the dragon. So the reason I attacked with oh god. Yeah. The reason I attacked with a Marionetta is I thought it would run over the dragon, whereas if I attack with a Hextia and then they do something which forces out the spell trap negate, then I'd have to tribute the Marionetta and then it would die immediately. Oh, luckily Boots like the launch isn't going to do anything. Oh gosh.
There's no coming back for you. Silver
Uh,
Rocket Dragon.
Dear.
Attack.
Oh, that's
I
funny.
activate a face down card. My trap activates.
Yeah, I think we're getting this.
Very well. I just as I expected. My monster's effect act now.
Save the Hexia because they just set
I
something.
special summon a monster.
Like, putting them in this way so that the Hextia is available to negate whatever spell trap they just set next turn. That's also needle sealing. I think they're considering needle sealing now.
Attack.
They've committed to not doing it because this is going to get rid of their opportunity to use needle sealing.
Activates.
Oh, you have a manifestation set, right? I can get rid of this, I can get rid of this. Let's just get rid of their monster. Might present me with lethal. Depending what I draw.
Congrats on surviving, but you won't for long.
Turn.
I end my turn.
I draw.
Carmelli Seeker's a fantastic draw.
summon a monster in attack position.
I want to make Hextia.
I set a card face
Because if I
down
make
on the
Hextia, I can find Contrary. No, let's just go for this.
field. Let us battle. Allow you to proceed. My monster attacks you directly.
You think I'll let you
Yep,
do that?
that's okay.
I flip over my set card. I activate a quick
I think they
place
should have done it on the Silkwoodus, not because doing it on Silkwoodus doesn't turn off Hexia. I just want to make that clear.
not over
But
yet.
doing it on Silkwoodus means that I obviously can't use Silkwoodus' effect.
I draw.
Well, I mean, they know I've got manifestation for this Silk, I suppose. But it would still be a bit awkward for me.
From my
I guess they really didn't want.
I
Ah,
activate
okay.
a quick play spell.
I will use Hextia here, just to free up space.
Extinguish that.
It's the only purpose, free up space.
Now,
So I can use this manifestation.
activate a face down card.
And, oh, I don't have another Silkwoodus left. I still want Silk available, because I don't want it to just summon the rocket and run over me.
Now, I special summon a monster. I shall extinguish that.
I just got really lucky that I happened to revive the correct Silkwoodus. Do they have any rockets in here? No. They can special summon Silver Rocket with this, and then the thing will special summon. I'm pretty sure that's Needle Sealing, that set card. I don't think they'll have a chance to activate it at a good time. This game is over. I can just bounce back their Silver Rocket Dragon.
I flip over
Yeah.
my set card.
Needle Sealing.
I activate a trap.
Just as I expected. My monster's effect activates.
Let's just not let them float. And then it will special summon defense when they use Boot Sector Launch.
I shall extinguish that.
This gets this.
My monster's effect activates.
Boot sector launches effect
Special summon defense. They get a 1600 attacker, but I've got this Value Seek.
Rocket Dragon.
Good sequencing by them, but just not quite enough.
Activates its effect from enter the
If they had a card in hand, then Nightmare Unicorn. They don't play Nightmare Unicorn.
battle. I won't let you escape.
I shall
Attack!
extinguish that. My monster's effect activates.
Multifaker was probably the right choice, but time was running low. I had to think
Even
quickly.
if I'm down
It's
to
my
one
turn.
life point, I'm still favored to win.
I draw.
I end my turn.
What shall I play? I summon a monster in attack position. I set a card on the field. I set a card on the field. I set a card face down on the field. My monster's effect activates. Watch and learn. Let us battle. Here I go. My monster's effect activates.
I just want to get rid of Boot Sector Launch. I have enough answers for everything else they've got going on.
My turn comes to
All
end.
my life points.
So, and because time was ticking, I didn't think through every possible combo line. I should have put my Seek here or here, so that manifestation could, are they gonna make Void Ogre Dragon? No. I've got 3 negates with this Conqueror. 3 attack negates. They've got 4 attacks. So I have to be careful.
I
Bubble
manifest
load into 3 back row, they're crazy.
rise up.
I'm running low on time, so let's just expedite the
Here's
process.
my face down card. My continuous trap activates.
They can reduce Seek.
This duel.
So Crackdown was useful there as well as a limit 3 option. It came up. If that was Compulse, it would have done the same thing though. I end the game, and I would have probably preferred to have Compulse so that I didn't have this useless bow load clogging up my back row. I wouldn't play Compulse anyway because it conflicts with Silkwooders. Right, sorry, it doesn't conflict, it's redundant with Silkwooders. It's still really good though. What other options? Floodgate, no, that wouldn't have done anything against a Bowler Dragon. No, the Crackdown was pretty good. I can't fault it. I would have done the same thing as Compulse in that situation. Something to bear in mind. It didn't come up, but using No Mortal Can Resist, I think, made something like Necrofusion a lot more awkward for them.
As long
If
Duel. My turn.
Fossils. I can't remember if they have a skill which triggers at the start of the game. Okay, this hand is decent.
Watch and learn. I set a card face down. I set a card on the field.
So we can play against Fossil Fusion if they are fossils with Manifestation. We can also, we're so protected from battle because of Hallowed Life Barrier, can discard the Conquerry, and then we can revive the Conquerry and then bounce it back to our hand with Silkwoodus. That's if, because this board on its own is already 3 attack negates, because we go Conquerry into the standard, Conquerry, bounce, Conquerry.
things went a bit
But if they remove the Silk first, which is normally the weakness of this kind of opening, then we can revive it with a Manifestation. So what? Let me go through it again. Even though nothing actually happened in that game, there's quite a lot to think about there. Just curious, were they fossils? Yes. So we had Silkwoodus, Manifestation, Hallowed Life Barrier, and Conquerry, didn't we? So normally, if I don't run Hallowed Life Barrier normally. So normally in a situation like that, I usually want to normal Silk, link away, set Manifestation. And the reason for that is because if with what I did before of Conk in hand, normal summon Silk, set Manifestation, Hallowed Life Barrier set, I can't activate Silkwoodus on demand, which I like to have the flexibility of doing. Also, Hallowed Life Barrier in my deck might be Needle Sealing, we don't know, it might not. So then it gives me options to have more monsters in play to make Needle Sealing faster. Easier to activate, I mean. But here, Conquerry, because of the Hallowed Life Barrier, this is what the Hallowed Life Barrier is doing. It lets me normal summon Silkwoodus and go, oh, if I really need to bounce something but I can't, oh well, I'm not going to die this turn. They remove the Silkwoodus and then I just revive it with a Manifestation. And then I can bounce something if I need to, and I'll still end up with a Manifestation in my hand. Unfortunately, I'll have a Conqueror in my graveyard, but I won't be dead. I mean, sorry, let's think that through again. If they remove the Silkwoodus before I get to use its effect, then I have the Manifestation to revive the Silkwoodus. And then it's all honky-dory. If my bounce isn't enough, because it's a fairly weak interruption, just having one bounce, I've got this Hallowed Life Barrier to survive, and I'll always end the turn with a Manifestation somewhere in my hand or having something revived already. So it gives me some... Actually, I'm not sure how much I like the Hallowed Life Barrier now I think about it, because it's really relying on what my next draw is. If my next draw is like 1-for-1, that's terrible. If the next draw is Dynamiscus, that's quite bad as well. But if the next draw is an engine piece, if it's Multifaker, if it's Meluseek, if it's Marionetta, that's really good. If the next draw is this, it's terrible. Dark Hole probably wouldn't help. Well, it might help to actually in this situation because it would simplify a board state. And then I'd still have the Silkwoodus bounce going. So a lot of draws would be live from that position. It's a shame the game didn't play out so I didn't get to properly judge it. I want to get the 1-for-1 opening. I just want to live the dream. Alright, this is normally a free matchup,
Duel.
and this is just a normal Altergeist hand as well, so when I say normal, I mean compared to my... It's something my deck could produce. None of the special tech options are here, which is a bit unfortunate because I want to try them out. This is normally a free matchup though, for Altergeists.
Set a card. My turn's done.
My turn. I draw. Very well. I summon a monster.
We can think
in
of
attack position.
the marionettes as we've got +1 marionette and -1 Meluseek. So a hand with a normal deck might be 2 Meluseeks instead of 2 marionettes.
Watch and learn.
So this hand is
I
weak to
special summon a monster.
preemptive
My
DD
monster
Crows,
effect
if they use it before we can activate our manifestations, preemptive IDPs, but it would be rare for them to IDP here, because they're not going to be able to banish the Meluseek. And then if it leaves their field, I get to search.
I set a card face down on the field. I
So it's
set a
looking pretty
card
good.
on the field. I end my turn.
Okay, no preemptive DD Crow. We are fine.
I draw.
Fine and dandy. And then we've already got the follow-up for next turn as well with the Marionette.
I activate a quick play spell.
Because we don't need the Meluseek search, I'm not going to force the issue here. What you can do is I can respond with a manifestation to try to get the Meluseek, and then they might try and deny the search with IDP, for example. But IDP still won't be great, because we don't have another spellcaster for them to banish, so we don't care so much.
I throw down a face down.
We want to get rid of the Link Rebo, so I will happily just get rid of the Link Rebo.
You're going down.
I can't use the Link Rebo on this, because it's already got 0 attack. Goodbye, Link Rebo.
Activate.
Ow.
Go Neos. Unleash your
Okay,
power and defend Neo space.
we can force the issue now, because if they've got Super Poly set,
Face down card.
like if this is Super
My
Poly,
trap activates.
then we're going to turn it off if they don't use
I
it.
special summon a monster. Now, my monster's effect activates.
This is why I put Meluseek on this side, by the way. I'm so used to, when you do this play, you want Meluseek on the far left usually.
My monster's effect activates. What shall I play? I special summon a monster.
Check out my face
It doesn't matter, I can respond to that.
Activate a quick play spell.
I knew you would do that.
Always doing this anyway. We've got everything we need, so we just complete the circuit. We get everything we need.
I draw.
I really want the Marionette to resolve more than the Hextia, so I'm gonna make the Hextia before I normal summon the Marionette. If I cared more about the Hextia, I'd normal summon the Marionette first, so I could potentially negate whatever this is.
My monster's effect activates. monster in attack position.
I could get a multi-faker, I could get a melee seek. This melee seek obviously deals with this immediately. Ah no, the multi-faker can't get a Silkwood because I've got one in hand already. So that kind of just confirms I'm getting melee seek.
Special summon a monster. I set a card on the field. I set a card on the field. It's my battle phase. Allow me to proceed. I attack you directly.
I still don't care about that U-Bell, so I'm just gonna get rid of their back row. Ah, with Super Poly. Fantastic.
Here I go. My turn.
The thing is, if they normal summon a Neos, they always have Super Poly, because they'll either search it, or they'll already have it in their hand. That's usually how it goes. We don't care about that anymore, because we can negate spells. The only one we couldn't negate is Super Poly. Well, we can negate it now. We can't negate, we've dealt with Super Poly now. Because we can bounce the U-Bell whenever we like, it's not something that we really care about. Alright, and we can negate this. And then we set up another spell trap negate.
I activate a face down card. My trap activates. Now, I special summon a monster.
No, there's nothing I want to search, I think. We might as well get the multi-faker out the deck.
My monster's effect activates.
Yeah, and then we negate this one. And then we let the Silkwood resolve, and then we revive it.
My monster's effect activates. Just as I expected. Here's my face down card. My trap activates. Now, I special summon a monster.
No. Actually, we'll activate this just to get a link material in play. But that's all.
Watch and learn.
We don't want to summon anything.
Summon a monster.
We need space for Concrete.
Time to battle.
They know we've got Concrete, so they know this can't work.
I shall extinguish that. My monster's effect very well.
That's right, U-Bell just really isn't a problem in this matchup. So many outs to it.
Go, Neos. Unleash your power and then Neos
monster's effect activates.
Rush.
This is a win.
My monster's effect activates. Very well. I special summon a monster.
Good game. That was... just thinking, that was normal Altergeist stuff, wasn't it? That wasn't any of the new text. I think I might be forgetting something, but I think that was just normal Altergeist lines.
I have
Fine.
duel.
My turn.
So this has the Manifestation Dynamiscus combo. I run out of space though if I leave the Multifaker in hand and also do that, because Marionette gets Manifestation, set Dynamiscus. When I activate Dynamiscus, say I discard the Silkwood, Multifaker can trigger Ah, but then I still have a manifestation set for later use. I might not get a later use though, because if they go into Azure Eyes, it's going to revive potentially a Dragon Spirit of Light, which they currently don't have access to. Okay, that's really nice for us. Deep Eyes if I destroy a thing, destroy by battle on post capital. Okay.
My turn. I draw. Very well. I summon a monster. My monster's effect activates.
You won't escape from me.
Yeah, that's fine because of the Dynamiscus, weirdly enough. I can also summon the Multifaker here. Oh my gosh. I will trigger their Deep Eyes, but I think that's fine.
From my hand, I activate a quick play spell.
This is gonna go crazy. Multifaker, get Melee-Seek, make Hextia, search for Conquery.
Watch and learn. I special summon a monster. I set a card on the field. My monster's effect activates. Watch and learn. I special
Oh, is
summon
that
a
Deep Eyes
monster.
a when? I'm on the clock. I'll look at it when I'm not on the clock.
Watch and learn. I special summon a monster. My monster's effect activates.
I'm gonna get Conquery just in case some crazy Blue Eyes thing comes out.
I set a card on the field. I
Here
end
I
my
go.
turn.
My turn. I draw.
I knew you would do that. I activate a face down card. My trap activates.
I have to think about where I'm placing my stuff. Because if I put the Multifaker here... Multifaker is my only bounce, so I want the Silquidus to be here. Yeah, I want the Silquidus to be there, pretty sure.
Watch and learn. Now, my monster's effect activates. Very well. I special summon a monster.
Because the only way I get to bounce something with Silquidus and use the Spell Trap Negate is if I get to bounce first, which I do.
I shall extinguish that. My monster's effect activates.
They could have been playing a long con, I could have cards of consonants here. Which in case I can negate it, I guess. We can negate Chaos Form if they play a must negate first, which that isn't. We could negate the thing that we must negate, and then
Fusion summon.
Conquery the Chaos Form.
Show your
I mean, I think we can just Conquery this.
You'll see how much stronger I am than
Yeah.
Blue Eyes, Twin Burst, Dragon. Burn
I shall
everything down.
extinguish that. My monster's effect act now. I special.
Negate its effect so it can't attack twice.
My monster's effect activates.
And then this is a win.
I end my
My
turn.
turn. I draw.
Oh my gosh, we can even trigger Faker if we want to. Can we get a win by doing that? Yes, right.
My monster's effect activates.
Ah, we already have a win, because we've got 2 Hextias available to us. so I can preserve the Dynamiscus in case they've got Kite Roid or something.
Very well. I summon a monster in attack position. What shall I play? I special summon a monster. I set a card on the field. Let us battle. And now, my monster attacks you directly.
I'll pay you back.
I attack you directly.
I let a
I run for
So, Dynamiscus came up in that game. I never activated it, but it allowed a lot of flexibility in my things. But what did come up was that magical dimension. That magical dimension was huge. I got the manifestation into rotation with the Dynamiscus back up, and yeah, really likes that magical dimension.
I have duel. My turn.
I want to link this away, so I'm gonna.
What shall I play?
I'll explain my reasoning when I'm not on the clock.
Attack position. Watch and learn. I special summon a monster. I set a card face down on the field. I set a card on the field.
So I want to do that so I have the option to bounce something without committing to Crackdown Faker. Because if I normal summon this, right, I have to get an Altergeist in play, I have to crack down one of their monsters. So I can trigger Faker. Faker will summon, won't be able to summon anything else, and then I can finally bounce Faker with the Silquidus. And it's just a low value play. Whereas this way, if I really need to bounce something, I can just use Manifestation to get back the Silquidus, and then use the Silquidus to bounce. If I want to, I can use the Faker at that time, or I can save the Faker for a Crackdown. I think they're normal summons to an opponent. I wasn't playing the game when this deck was meta. I won't go accept. I'm gonna see what they search because I can't remember how that deck works exactly. Okay. I obviously want to keep them off of Synchro 7. If they get attacked to this, I'm going to let them. I want this off the field, so I'll more than happily let them trade into that.
Here goes. Attack.
Yep, that's fine. I'm probably going to bounce a back row here.
I shall extinguish that. I activate a face down card. My trap act now. I special summon. I knew they would do that. My monster's effect activates. What shall I play? I special now. My monster's effect activates.
Just get my next turn set up, or I'll get Melee Seek into rotation. Melee Seek makes a lot of
What
sense.
shall I play? I special summon a monster.
I don't like bouncing back Multivaker, but I want to conserve the other monsters on my field. Just get something, maybe get their... I know they have a quick play thing that does something if I destroy it.
I'll end my turn. I draw.
Then I can get that Marionetta this way. This is why I prefer to have Multivaker in the graveyard than my hand, because the Marionetta that I find
I special summon
could
a monster.
could then revive a Multivaker in the graveyard and get me more resources.
My monster's effect activates.
yeah, I don't really care what happens with the Hextia. It just, Hextia here has just been a great MST, and it's also, I can always bounce the Crackdown back to their hand to get the Hextia back.
What shall I play?
Or I can attack directly with Melee Seek. Get the Hextia back that way.
I set a card face down on the field. My monster's effect activates. Now, I special summon a monster. I set a card on the field. Let us battle. Allow me to proceed. I attack you directly.
So what does this do exactly? Special summon a Rose Dragon monster from your hand or go in defense position with the safe position. Okay, it's a revive. I'm pretty sure they have some effects when they're revived. Okay. It's fine. So they are threatening to be able to Black Rose in their turn. So can I afford to get rid of the Crackdown?
Monster attacks you directly. My monster's effect activates.
Because if I get rid of Crackdown, I get this. But then they just synchro summon into that stuff. I can bounce one with a manifestation, but then they can just do it again. They could just have a normal summon. So let's just keep them a Black Rose Dragon, rather than give me a spell trap negate. If you control if the face is destroyed, what's this? Okay, this has a graveyard effect, this doesn't, so let's just send this.
My turn. I draw.
How many silks have I gone through? Just one. So this can get a silk at us. This is I was expecting unicorn here. Well, Phoenix. Okay. That's completely fine. What's this? Trigger the Hextia.
Extinguish that. My monster's effect activates.
I might as well make them put their Phoenix in an awkward position.
Just as I expected. Here's my face down card. My continuous trap activates.
And yeah, we get another Magneto. Multifaker. I kind of do want to use Multifaker. No, let's save the Multifaker. I can get a Melee Seek later.
Here I go.
Special summon one Rose Dragon from your hand or graveyard. Okay, so this is going to get them to potentially do Synchro 7.
What shall I do? I activate my monster's effect.
Everyone. Okay. I can actually just let them do Synchro 7. And if I just chain Manifestation to it, then I can just bounce that Black Rose. Because in a new chain after Black Rose, Multifaker will summon, and then Multifaker will get out the other,
I synchro summon a monster.
what is this?
I activate my monster's effect.
What's this? I don't know. So one you control one card of your bank, destroy them. Destroy by battle against face the grave with special summon word. Okay. Carrots.
I'll set a card. I'll set a card. Battle.
Okay.
Here goes.
Well, we don't have to do anything too fancy here.
Do that.
We can just
Here's
get
my
this.
face down card. My trap.
Negate this
I shall
attack.
extinguish that. My monster's effect activates. Very well. I now I shall extinguish that. My monster's effect activates.
This cannot be targeted, okay. I can still negate, so it's okay.
Here goes. I attack
Now.
my monster.
My monster's effect activates.
Get rid of one of the back rows. Okay, that
I
too.
shall extinguish that. My monster's effect activates. Watch and learn. I special summon a monster.
I'll end my turn.
I draw. My monster's effect activates.
Exactly what I expected.
Yeah.
I flip over my face down card. I activate a quick play. What shall I do? I special summon a monster.
I can make borrow load here. I can't figure out if that's correct, so in time, so I'm not going to try.
Now, I special summon a monster.
Don't want to use the
My
melee
monster's
seek.
effect activates. Watch and learn. I summon a monster in a... I set a card face down on the field. My monster's effect activates. Very well. I special summon a mon... It's my battle phase. Here I go. My monster attacks.
Is that all you got?
And now, I shall attack you with my monster. I end my
My
turn.
turn.
I could have revived something to make this bigger to run over the Phoenix. But time was ticking, so I didn't want to think about too many variables.
I activate my monster's effect.
How many subclasses? I still got one in the deck.
Here I go. I special summon a monster. A cold flame envelops the
Yeah.
world. Come forth. Black Rose Dragon's effect activates. When in synchro
Just as I
summon, all
expected.
cards are destroyed.
Here's my face down
Black
card.
Rose
My
Gale.
trap
I summoned the
activates.
Silkwooders here so that it will trigger and return a manifestation to my hand.
Very well. I special summon a monster.
Oh, I didn't mean to activate the
just
Hex,
as
dear.
expected. My monster now. My monster's effect activates.
Ah, fuck, I missed the chance to use Multivator. Damn. I thought this was,
I'll set a card.
curses.
I activate my monster's effect.
I meant to use
I'll end
Multivator.
my turn.
I draw. What shall I play? I summon a monster in attack. I set a card on the field. My monster's effect activates.
Now's my chance. I flip over my face down card. I activate a quick play spell.
Man, I would have just won the game if I'd activated that Multivator already.
I summon Blue Rose Dragon.
Now, I special summon him. Let us battle. Here I go.
My Blue Rose Dragon's effect.
Yeah, I remember that floated, but I didn't think there was anything too spooky. Ah, it revives Synchro Material. Okay, okay. Well, I can just try it again if they go for Black Rose. Same thing, except this time actually remember to trigger the Multivator.
Draw. From my hand, I activate a
maybe not.
quick play spell.
I shall extinguish that. activate a face down card.
Doesn't matter.
My trap activates. What shall I play? My
Let me
special
do this.
ability will do that. My monster's effect activates. Very well.
Wrong zone.
My special I
Silkudus needs to be there.
My monster's effect activate. Watch and learn. I special summon a monster.
Now, I summon a monster.
Just as I expected. My monster's effect activates.
Battle. I'll attack with this. I attack with my monster.
My monster's effect very well. I special summon a monster.
I'll end my turn.
I draw. My monster's
Okay.
effect
Surely I just win now.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I have one.
I got a bit flustered there with the timer and missing that also multi-faker trigger, but luckily it didn't matter in the end. Now, did anything come up in that game? The crackdown came up. What did the crackdown do? It just maneuvered their Nightmare Phoenix, which might have screwed them over, might not, I'm not sure. I think I'll give this deck one more go, but so far I'm really liking it. I'm really enjoying the playstyle. I think it might be a bit trickier to wrap your head around than the simple,
Duel.
like, when I say simple, like the very clear game plan that I lay out in Altergeist Academy. What I don't like here is the only trap. This is what I was worried about when looking at the deck. Only one trap, and the only way to chain it is if they get a monster.
Destiny.
Okay, one more game after this. That one doesn't count. Maybe he was assuming I was playing Sealed Tombs. Oh, okay. Why am I seeing so many Fortune Ladies recently? Feels like every video I make, I play against a Fortune Lady deck. But judging by his skill and mind of the planner, I think he had a hand rip deck.
I have duel. My turn.
Oh gosh. This is on my hands with Dynamiscus is kind of iffy. It's gonna have this hallowed life barrier.
I set a card face down on the field. Very well. I summon a monster and attack as I end my turn.
No hope for this world. It's my draw.
So, one difference for it's not a fan. One of the reasons I normally don't summon Canadians is I can't get rid of them really, but there are nightmares in this deck. The Time Lords can be targeted, can't they?
I tribute Time Maiden to activate her effect. I have a Time Lord in my deck with 0 attack points to
Yeah, they just can't be destroyed. Does their trap stop them from being targeted?
I activate my continuous trap. Empty machine.
I can remove this, but I remember that if I remove it, then a bajillion things go wrong because of the skill. And in general, we're fine against the Time Lord game plan, so I'd rather conserve my resources until I draw into my engine.
I am
My turn.
It's your turn.
I draw.
I activate
Yeah, go ahead.
I set a card face down on the field.
I'll get rid of empty machine to activate infinite machine. I send infinite machines the grave to play infinite light. My Time Lords will never leave my side again.
Ah, this stops targeting. I think their skill triggers the turn after I send something of their make this leave the field. Can be used during your next turn after one of your blah 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 is removed from the field by your opponent. Reveal one of these in your hand. Opponent send 10 different opponents like this. Okay. That's fine. What does this one do? Effective. Shuffle one card your opponent shuffles to the deck.
This card returns. Beyond the Time Lord's effect activates.
Share as many monsters on the field as possible. Okay, use that all at the end of the battle phase effects. Okay. So with the current board, I'm fine, I believe. Ooh. Destroy the target. Okay, now I don't want them to destroy that target, so I guess we can Dynamiscus this.
I shall extinguish that. I activate a face down card. My trap activates.
I activate Sephiroth's effect.
Special summon one, blah. Okay. This being in play is going to save me from dying. So I'm glad I haven't removed it already. Interesting. Now I'm forced to do this, so I could just die depending on what else he's got going on.
Here's my face down card. My trap activates.
Ah, this might protect me. Maybe. Just imagining a horrible world where this is clogging up my zones. We'll see if it's a mistake.
What shall I play? I knew you would do that. My monster's effect activates.
Infinite Light's effect activates. I can call forth Time Lord's
Ah!
deck and graveyard.
Right, so it just gets a 4,000 attacker back. Didn't pay attention so it could do that.
Learn just how powerless you are.
Yeah, okay.
Activate set a card. It's time to join Summon.
I think I was still dead though, right? Even if I did deal with the trap. I mean, a lot happened, a lot of variance. Like, I could have stopped him along the way there, maybe. I don't know. I'm really not sure if that was me or the opening hand I had. But I was not impressed with how the life barrier here. But maybe in this matchup, I should just set her a life barrier, and if they get to the point of OTKing, I can just discard a card and get another turn. Not sure. Anyway, that was that. Overall, pretty good showing for the day. Losing to Time Lords of all things stings. That's normally not a hard matchup. But I might have played that hand wrong. Let me know what you think in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching. Have a nice day and good luck, duelists.